Hey, y'all. I grew up in a quaint neighborhood in the country near a small Texas town. My sisters and I played outside all day with our tribe of friends, unsupervised and eyes wide open. In second grade, I remember walking a mile up the Farm to Market road to the Snappy Shopper to buy Pop Rocks, a Big Hunk, and a Tootsie Roll Pop. That owl and I were in agreement. It takes three licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. Our parents didn't have to worry about us spending too much time on video games because Pong was only good for about 15 minutes tops. And if we were going to stay on the phone, all they had to do was unplug the cord. When they said, go outside and play, they meant for us to stay outside all day. And our only worry was to be back home by the time the street light came on. My parents were loving and attentive. I don't think they could have fathomed the evil that lurks in the hearts of people. When I was 8, one of my best playmates was about 12, and she was mentally challenged. We were playing tea party in an abandoned house when an older boy barged in and attacked my friend. I didn't understand at the time what was happening, just that he was hurting her, and she was screaming, and I was helpless. A couple of years later, the boy next door locked me in his room and showed me hardcore pornography. It was then that I understood what had happened to my friend. A pedophile exploited my vulnerabilities, and that relationship nearly tore my family apart. Loving and attentive parents weren't enough to keep predators out of their baby girl's world. It's not uncommon for survivors of sexual trauma to get involved in the humanities. I've enjoyed a long career in business management, but a couple of years ago, I was introduced to a nonprofit organization fighting human trafficking, boots on the ground, and I got excited. I quit my career and moved to Alaska to take on the fight. I went to work with the Anchorage Emergency Women's Shelter, the Downtown Hope Center. I came to know the stories of many of the guests. Almost every woman I talked to had a sex trafficking story to tell. Someone had exploited their vulnerabilities and used them or sold them for sex. Their grooming process usually started on social media. Grooming is the process a predator uses to gain the trust of their victims in order to abuse them. The girls in Alaska and our kids in the lower 48 have something in common. The adult world at their fingertips. Pornography is not a victimless crime. It's free and on demand, and the customer base is growing. The National Center on Sexual Exploitation reports porn users require a constant stream of new, increasingly violent content, and as a result, our kids are being trafficked and prostituted. Supply and demand. Sex traffickers are equal opportunity offenders. Their victims include all races, sexual orientations, gender identities, citizens, non-citizens, all income levels. This is not a red or blue problem. It's a humankind problem. And you might be thinking of your child. He's just a kid. I want them to stay kids as long as possible. I refuse to taint their childhood with this kind of information. A sex trafficker's most lucrative offering is CSAM, child sexual abuse material. It often starts with sextortion. Sextortion is a highly effective form of blackmail. They start chatting with the child and then use the information that the kid shared freely with the world to manipulate them. Oh, I see you had a bad day. How does that make you feel? Your parents don't understand you, but I do. It only takes 8 minutes for an online predator to form a bond with a child. Our kids average 6 to 8 hours a day on screens. Plenty of time to get to know somebody. The trafficker asks the child for a nude selfie, and most of the time, the child complies. And then they make their demands. Send me another picture. Send me money. Make me a video. Meet me at the mall. Do what I say, or I'll send this picture to your parents, to your friends, to your entire school. Not your kid? The Thorn organization builds tools to keep kids safe, and they report 40% of kids online have been asked for nudes. It's hard to wrap our brains around sex trafficking, and we can feel so overwhelmed by the gravity of this reality that we do nothing. But we can take action today by talking to our kids. If we all talk to our kids at once about internet safety, especially to our teenagers, their collective eye rolls might just throw the earth off its axis. But we can teach our kids to make good decisions independently. They need to understand that everything they share on social media can be used to manipulate them. If your child has access to the internet in any form, online gaming, smartphones, doing their homework on your PC, they are navigating a minefield. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken adults. So I've created an acronym to make this easy to remember. SAFE. S, start early. A, avoid shame. F, family time. E, ears open. S, start early. The recommendation is to start these conversations by age 7, younger if they have internet access. A, avoid shame. We respond with calmness. I'm so proud of you for talking to me about this. That takes a lot of courage. F, family time. Raising awareness will require a time investment, so our kids will know what to expect. Be transparent. I am monitoring your online activity. I am up in your business. With E, ears open. Active listening. Kids need to be heard. Listening is the foundation of their safety. Safe. The internet reflects the world we live in. Nurturing strong relationships with our kids where they feel safe to come to us empowers them to stay fearless and explore the world with eyes wide open.